if you focus on the positive, as I always say, utadwell sana on the negative, because on the negative itakupata tu. You don't have control over the negative. You don't even choose the negative. And that's why ukiandika goals za mwaka, you don't write at this year I expect to cry at some point, I expect to sijui my business to be what. Everything inakwanga positive, positive, positive. So even now when you choose to sit down and reflect on the good and celebrate those small wins. Saseni mkofiti, manze nimewamiss, manze nimewahata. Oh, welcome back for another episode of Cele's Reflection. Oh, this year, guys, we've already done the first half. Now we're on the second half. And that's why we are doing some kind of, tuna reflect. It's like a media reflection, yes, let me call it that. It's like we're reflecting on the first half. And that's why we're calling it, in case your first half has felt very slow, if you feel like the first half, that is January to June, has felt slow, you are not alone. And also you're not behind. We have another entire half. So we can choose to start all over again. Maybe ya kwanza ilienda, ya pili ndio hii tunaanza. Usiconcentrate sana na ya kwanza. And that's why hii episode, as much as we're reflecting together, I'd like to dedicate it to that person, that woman, that guy, that gentleman, that man, that girl who is feeling like aki first half yangu imekuwa slow, nikaa nilikwama, mi hata sina motivation, mi hata sijui nianzie wapi kutoka hapa. Imagine, hizo ni miezi 6 zimeisha, tuko na zingine 6. So hata hizo zingine zirub off, zicut off, zicancel, whatever. Now choose to start again. So whatever happened, you can choose to say, now we are starting again in July, okay? So I am dedicating this episode to you out there. Please, I hope by the end of this episode tusema ki asante Cele, because things are tough. For sure, things are tough. So for that mom, that lady, that woman, maybe, because if you look around tuangalie, so much loss of friends, loss of family, so there's a lot of burnout. First of all, we are tired. Kuna ile episode tulifanya na therapist, like the first Wednesday of this month, niliona venye mliwatch, everybody was like, thank you, because we are tired, we want to keep on trying with life, but things are not the way they seem they will be this year. When you are starting your 2025, kuna zile goals uliandika, it is now July, you feel like hata sijatik hata anything. It's not your fault, by the way, si fault yako. If things went south, hakuna venye ungeona things zingeenda south, okay? So that's why I'm saying that those first half is imeenda. It might have been very slow, but you're not been left behind. You can start again in July. And you can be able even to write, andika goals zingine afresh. Like sema tu was, you can even write the same things again, you know. I just don't want you to give up. It's mid-year, and that's where we are reflecting. So don't give up yet. We can start again in July, okay? Then I have some notes. Nilikaa sana nikaangalia, nikafikiria tu, because we are all together in this. Hakuna mse ako peke, like especially in this nation, wanabiashara, watu wa kazi, watu wa nini, it is eating us all. It is affecting us in one way or the other. Kama ni losses, kama ni biz losses, kama ni family loss, you know, inatupata sisi wote. So now that we are half, like July, I'd like hata wewe, kama najua si wengi sisi ujournal, so maybe take time and reflect what didn't work, reflect what would have worked, reflect back on zingine hata si fault yako. So basically, if like the first half may affect wengi, so some days are just slow, not necessarily on you, it's not your fault, it's not your cause. So reflect on some of the things that may have gone wrong. Ask yourself questions. What if? What should I have? What did I do to have this? Ama what did I not do? Ama what can I do better this second half? Ama what can I... Nashinanga nikisema tu yo story, like me. Let me use myself, please allow me. So najuanga nikisema, if I get a month that nime work out maybe 4 weeks, at least 20 something days in that month, naweza sema hiyo month haikuwa mbaya, at least nimeenda gym. So as little as, not necessarily kuona profits za biashara yangu, of course najua ungetaka profits, but as little as something that will make me feel happy. Unajua ile kunifanya tu ni feel okay, kuna kitu positive about it, si kila kitu tu ni negative. Biashara inaweza kuwa imekuwa mbaya, but hii mwezi I've stood up for myself. I've said no to gigs, I've said no to events that ningeenda tu for the sake of kufurahisha watu. I chose to stay at home and just watch a movie, ama just be in my space to reflect. Unaona, vitu kama hizo ni vitu zenye, if you focus on the positive, as I always say, utadwell sana on the negative, because on the negative itakupata tu. You don't have control over the negative. You don't even choose the negative, and that's why ukiandika goals za mwaka, you don't write at this year I expect to cry at some point, I expect to sijui my business to be what. Everything inakwanga positive, positive, positive. So even now when you choose to sit down and reflect on the good, because the bad, najua the bad, as for any human being, it is always easy kusema hata unajua hiyo mwezi sijatengeneza kitu, hata unajua hiyo mwezi nilienda. It is the negative, inatokanga hivi. So right now all I'm saying is try focus on the positive and celebrate those small wins. Celebrate that small positive. That's why we are saying, even if 6 months zimeenda na zimekuwa slow, we have another 6 months. We can choose to write those goals down again. And maybe this time unaiandika depending na what you saw worked ama what didn't work. If it didn't work in the first half, unaona haitanisaidia tena the second half, unaitoa. So ni kama tuna reevaluate ourselves, tuna analyze easy goals as per, you know. So then the other thing is, sometimes we as human beings, I don't know, I'm tending to say, especially like a person like me, we tend to attach so una analyze first year yako, but una analyze na unaona haija make any progress. Reason being, we attach progress to material things, we attach progress to money, we attach progress to physical things, unaona. But sometimes even those slow seasons, hizo the first, tumesema zinaweza kuwa zilikuwa slow, but those are small. That is progress. Maybe you've grown, maybe umekuwa unemployed for the last 6 months, but trust you me, kuna kitu umelearn during your period. Si kitu tunaweza iona atika nyumba ama material ama gari ama do ama nini, but there's some growth inside you. Maybe this is the time you chose to niko kwa nyumba, but okay, savings zangu zinashikilia kwenye ziko, wacha nifungue ka side hustle. Umerealize kumbe I'm stronger than I thought. Juu kama mimi huyu miezi 6 kwa nyumba, na nimekuwa nikilipa hii nyumba, na nimekuwa nikikula, kumbe I can do so much. Kumbe mimi si lazima nikuwe naenda kwa mtu, you know. So maybe some progress, si physical ama si productive, doesn't always have to be attached to a thing. Even those slow 6 months, even that slow first half of the year, you've discovered kumbe I can cook, I can bake, I can work out, kumbe I can decide to change my body, I can do it, my skin, my what, unaona. So usiattach, ukianalyze ama ukiandika chini, don't start looking for material things, maybe they won't be there, but also sit down and see, if it is me who's come this far, kitambo singeenda kanisa, ama kitambo singe hata the smallest things, hata singejibu email, ama singe nini, but sahi there's so much growth in me. Iyo ni celebration. You deserve a tap. So wewe usiseme ati nikubaya, but at least you have something you've seen. I've seen myself grow over the last 6 years. I've seen myself being capable of doing things that I wasn't capable of. Okay? So look, ukiandika, ukianalyze, angalia even those tiny things that feel like they are nothing. Those ones are simply the most hugest, like the most, is there a word like that? The most biggest, you know? And also, we choose peace. Umekuwa tu hauna drama, umetulia tu kwa nyumba, peace. Sometimes even those silent wins, they are the most victorious ones, okay? Then, now that we are entering the second half, So what can we do? Mimi kama hiyo tu nimeinsist, choose to hii achana nayo, ishapita. The past is gone. You cannot change the past. The past has happened, the past is gone. Here we are, another 6 months is nakam. Mi nataka tu jipige kifua. Najua it might not be easy, but naweza taka jisaik. Anza nikaa mwaka mpya. Anza nikaa tuko katikati. There's no need of giving up at month 6. Give up all the way mpaka month 12. Unanielewa? This is why I thought of this topic will be amazing. Because month 1, month 2, month 3, maybe 3 ikaamka ikashuka, we are at month 6. Usijaribu, imagine ukikubali the other month 6 ziendelee tu zikienda hivi. So, we can change this trajectory. At month 6, nimefika mwisho. I am done. I am dusting myself. Naanza upya. Na naanza na psych nikaa Januari. Only me ndo nitajua nimeanza upya. Wenzangu wanaweza kuwa wakicompare the last 6 months. Mimi uko sitaki, uko nilitoka. Ya kale yamepita, tafadhali. Tunaanza mwaka tena. Afresh. It is between you and yourself. So choose to start afresh. Not focusing on all these things that have happened. Some, it is hard not to focus on, because if you're grieving, hatuwezi kuambia usahau you're grieving, you know. If you're burnout, you can choose to, what can I do? Niseme aje? So if you're feeling burnout, if you're feeling tired, there's something you can choose to. Is it take a break, breather? Nitulie kiasi, ni feel sana amka tena naanza Januari. Whatever it is that you can do it. Ndio hii mwaka zingine miezi 6 isiende tu hivyo. At least change your trajectory. So it's like you're starting afresh, and it's between you and yourself. You cannot fool yourself. Of course you can fool the others. Wao wanange tu uko July, unani, but wewe unajua nimeamua tena na anza afresh. Okay? So write down those goals. Write down whatever you want to achieve by December. Count it as your fresh start for 2025. Okay? And then also, nijipatie extend some grace to yourself. Because if the first 6 months were slow and you're still willing to keep trying, already inakushow huja give up. Na already inakushow there's a lot more. Because the only problem inakwanga ku lose hope. So if you're already willing to start again, there's so much you can do. Juu kuna mse, tuko wengi hapa nje, kuna mse asha give up ako tayari kungojea 2026. Na siwezi mblame. Ako na reasons zake valid. Anangoja zile memes zinazungukanga zinasema, hey, 31st happy new year. Hey, kesho yake mimi nishakosea. Wacha ningoje next year. Kuna mse tu honestly alishaamua next year. But wewe labda ulikuwa umeandika I'd like to do a short course ya 3 months. Imagine you have 6 months. So meaning in the next 6 months you can tick out. You've done a short course, online course, whatever course it is, you can tick that out. And by the time you're analyzing yourself again, at the end of the year, you'll be very proud of yourself. So usi give up. Najua, ni katikati. It is hard to always assume 6 months ati zimekuwa slow, so naanza ni kama, it is easier said than done, I understand. But you can choose to put all your energy on, I'm focusing on the next 6. Hizi zimekataa, zimepambana, zimekuwa ngumu, but now I want to focus on the next 6 and see how far, ama how little, ama how much I can do before I analyze my 2025, okay? Then the next thing is, let me give you an example before I even go to the next thing. When the year began, nikitaka kurudi Celez, natumia hii podcast because ukiwachie, of course unajua Celez, I was so motivated, like hii mwaka nataka kurudi Celez. Hata si this year, I think last year I really wanted to bring back Celez, but nashindwa naleta Celez kufanya. Sasa Celez narudi kuongelelea. Tumekuwa tukiongelea Celez tangu COVID, tangu 2020. Ni nini sijaongelelea kwa Celez? And let me tell you, the last couple of months mi nimejishtua. Hata sijiamini, like every Wednesday tunaongeleanga kitu. And I know most of the episode nasemanga, Aki, thank you. Aki, that was nice. Aki, because every episode inakujanga tu na topic yake, inani surprise. Like, hata mi mwenyewe ungeniuliza, singedhani ningefika July. But hiyo tu kuendelea tu pole pole. Even this episode that I do, even me sometimes, it feels slow. Like you can't escape. Una feel tu wiki. Kuna wiki mnafanya kazi siku 2, surely. like Monday ni holiday, Friday ni holiday, hapa katikati kuna kitu. So things are there, but saa zingine una choose tu kufocus energy yako on the things that will help you grow as a person. Easier said than done, but I trust that if someone else can do it, hata wewe you can do it. Focus on those things that will help you grow. Focus ni hiyo keki umekuwa ukisema unataka kwenda kufanya bakery, ama hizo smoothie unataka kuona make, ama ukapostpone mpaka tuko June. Sahi uko na July, August, September, October. If you start doing them August, September, October, December unaweza kuwa unazungushia watu kwa events. It is as small as just taking those steps. It is as easy as juzi tumeka na the guest wa Smart Hub, the CEO for Smart Hub. Unasikia tu progress yake ilianza hivi. Na the challenges are always there. Kama utaki challenges, hapo ndo shida inaingilia. Lazima tu kutakuwa na downs and lows, like highs and lows. So don't choose to focus on the lows and kujihurumia sana. We say giginyana, like kazana. So you'll just be a few months later utasema nilifanyanga tu your baking and what. Here I am. I'm selling cakes in the estate. I am, and you'll be so proud of yourself. So proud that you decided to do it. So we have another 6 months, guys. Please, if you can, mi naweza penda December tukiangalia mtu akicheck vitu zake anasema walai ni July. Niliamua kuanza tena July, juu Januari hadi June ilikuwa mbaya, nika kick off tena July, na sasa wacha ni kushow. Right now in December I am celebrating. Like even now progress will be material things, because we all love material things, don't we? So progress will be physical. People will see, people will be able to share your story. Imagine ude malianzanga kaa jokes, yani na hiyo yote nataka tuwe mwenyewe ujiamulie. Wewe mwenyewe ndo unafaa ujiamulie, okay? Yes, as I end this episode, I'd like to challenge you from Sele to Wewe. What is that one thing that you're scared of? Been scared of ever since, but you'd like to take up that challenge. Like, I really want to do it, but I'm scared. Of course, bila pressure. Si ati nile pressure ya mabeshte, ama pressure ya nani, ama pressure ya familia. It is you taking up a challenge, a self-known challenge. Si ati ni mzee ananiambia, ama mamangu ananiambia nisome, ama niongezee sijui nini. Personal. Like, I've always wanted to do this and this and this, and now I need to take up this challenge. From Sele to you, Sele's reflection, me with you. Mi nakuchallenge, whatever it is, na ni kitu haiko mbali. Si kitu yenye nataka ufanye. It's kitu very accessible for you. It's kitu very near. It's kitu very easy, like niko na vitu za makeup, nataka kwanza kufanya makeup. As simple as that. Take it up. Nataka tu kuchallenge. Try it and be consistent. At least for hata kama ni a month. Ukiona And please, challenges lazima zitakuwa in whatever thing you do. How you maneuver through those challenges ndo tashow venye una grow, ama if you're willing to pursue it, ama what kind of a person you are. Because pia unaweza anza kufanya hiyo kitu ujichallenge, at the end utoke na kitu different, not what you expected. For instance, if I wanted to pursue doing what? Going to the gym. Wacha nitumie hiyo. Self. But sitaki kuenda gym, naenda tu gym. At the end of it sioni results, but nimerealize kumbe I can be consistent. Kumbe naweza kuwa this discipline. Siamshangwi na mtu, sipigiangwi na trainer, siambiangwi na mtu toka uende gym, siitangwi na mtu, but every day I show up. You've learned what? You've learned kumbe I can show up. Kumbe I'm this discipline. Kumbe I'm this person who is, self-driven. I don't need a group. I don't need people. I don't need a kijiji. So you end up not necessarily getting what you wanted, but trust me, you'll get it. Hiyo utakosa ukiwa consistent. But also you end up learning more about yourself. So that is my challenge. Please, na nawapenda sana. Na naongea hivi nikiwa na full of love and understanding the tough times we've been, the slow year we've had. So it's just sometimes unaweza kuwa umejifungia hapo, umeboeka, umefika mwisho. Ni Sele anakuambia tu, Aki, amka tu, jaribu tu akoka kitu kadogo. Najua umejaribu. Sitaki kusema hujajaribu. Najua tu ulijaribu kitambo hata kabla nikuambie. But nataka kukuomba tena, please. Just keep on trying. Keep on pushing. And one day, it might not even be between this July and December, but one day, hiyo kitu umejaribu sahii utaitumia kwa story mahali, utasema there is this time I used to. Of course you can't see it right now, but there is a time when this success inakam yote utatumianga hizo vitu ka story. Yeah, believe me, utakuwa unasema and you know, nikifanyanga si kuwa nafikiria inaweza nisaidia mahali. Yeah, that will be your story. And that's it from me. Leo nilikuwa nataka tu ni wadedicate to your episode. By this day we dedicate episode, and this was from Sele to you. Okay? Yes, see you next week for our next episode. Bye bye.